Hello there, folks. So, as you may now see, the videos are going to come to you via YouTube. As I've pointed out in the past, sharing a longer video is problematic on the WhatsApp group, so I decided to upload them to a YouTube channel. I had to come up with a name for the YouTube channel to start it, so hence why you've got Rox44 as Racing on Xbox 44. So I thought I'd start off with a night race around Imola. So it's the first time I have done a race at night on a competition server. It is a challenge. It's something I'm not used to. So the racing was, there's good points and bad points that I need to pick. I need to learn. I need to practice. One of the biggest changes is just visually. It's your depth perception. Turning into corners. You know, when you're doing it in the daytime, you use your braking points to, say 100 meters to brake, and then you get ready and you visually see the turning. Whereas at night time, you can't so easily see the visual turning. So you really do need to the level of concentration I found required for night racing was, another jump up. So yeah, this is actually a replay of the fastest lap I did in the race. My times were a little slow again. I think due to the turning issue, I was just a little more overcautious. I wasn't giving it the old full send you would maybe do in like a daytime qualifying session. But I also wanted to get to the end without crashing. I am still trying to improve my safety rating after all. So I also use the replay feature, hence why there's no HUD on the screen. One, because there's no HUD, and two, it's a really good way on Xbox of recording a longer clip. You can record up to 10 minutes at a time, as I don't have any capture devices or anything like that to sort of naturally record the screen as I'm driving. And sometimes when you hit the record button in the middle of a race, it hitches and stutters and freezes, and it just really can send you. I've crashed before trying to do that for you guys. So yeah, I'm going to use the replay feature until I find a way of improving the capture quality. So we're now approaching the back of these two cars up here. So this was another thing I needed to sort of learn, is following a car at night. Now, he was also racing someone, so actually you'll see there's a couple of seconds between us here, but the Aston Martin in front of him starts to hold him up, so I gain on them pretty quickly. Even here, going into the first corner, I think the Aston must have made a mistake, and I close easily a second on them there. So, once you get onto the back of someone, and you've got to drive at their speed until you have a clear opening. And that's something you've got to learn. So it does enable people to catch up pretty quickly, like I'm doing here. So I'm pretty quickly onto the back of the Audi. And then it's really a case of following them, because GT cars are really wide. If you're really close behind, it's, particularly at night, it's very difficult to pick your turning point for the corner. So you really are relying on muscle memory, and what they're doing as well, whilst trying obviously to avoid crashing into them. So I keep my distance. I start backing off a little bit, so I just give myself that extra little bit of time. Oh, load of sparks off the back of the Aston. I give myself that little bit of extra time to make my decisions. You'll see here, coming up the hill, I actually stay to the left, and this is predominantly so I can see where the braking boards are, I can see where my turning point is, and it just helps me pick my line through here. And I take it easy, and I just get a better exit than the Audi does. Now, this is one of my better zones coming down the hill here into Rabatza 1, and I'm gonna take a dive here. This is a bit of a lunge. This is a last of the late breakers lunge here. It could have really easily gone wrong if the Audi was being a bit more aggressive. He gave me room. You can see my wheel is all over the place at this point. I was squirming around, but we get the move done, and we set off in hot pursuit after the Aston Martin. I don't have that on video, but I do actually get the Aston Martin, and we finish the race inside the top 10. So yeah, night racing, very different. Lot to get used to. The next challenge will be night racing in the wet, and I'm sure I will bring a video for you on that one as well. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the longer videos, and there'll be more to come.